Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the backstory. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. The battle for political supremacy in Kiambu County today played out in public and in the presence of President William RUTO. Now, President William RUTO was today launching the Rironi Mau Summit Road, and different political leaders graced the occasion, including Kiambu Governor and Kikuyu Member of Parliament, who is Kimani Ichungwa. So when Kimani Ichungwa was called in to address wananchi wenyewe walimkataa na wakasema they don't want him to address them.
Kimani, kuja karibisha viongozi. Mheshimiwa Rais, tunataka tukushukuru kwa hii barabara, na kabla niseme chochote, nataka kuwajulisha viongozi ambao wako hapa, tukianza na mbunge wa hapa Limuru, Mheshimiwa Kerago, kuja tu mpunge mkono hivi. Mheshimiwa Kahangara, huyu ndiye mheshimiwa wetu wa Limuru, Mheshimiwa Engineer.
While the governor was received with a lot of praise, a lot of applause.
Wamatangi, dakika moja. Haya, wanakiambu hoye! Wanakiambu hoye! Wanakiambu wa mjambo! Hoye hoye Kiambu! Haya, asante. Haya, asante wanakiambu. Haya, dakika moja tu tusikizane, dakika moja wanakiambu. Haya, tutulie kidogo. Asante, tutulie dakika moja. Tutulie. Asanteni. Asante, tutulie. Sasa Rais, mimi nasema asante, nashukuru. Asante, tunashukuru. Haya, Kiambu hoye! Kiambu hoye! Hebu tusiotoneshane, nani yako pamoja na sisi? Nani yako pamoja na Wamatangi? Nani yako pamoja na Wamatangi? Haya, asanteni. Haya, nataka nimkaribisha gavana wetu wa Nakuru County, Mama.
So you'd want to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, why Kimani Ichungwa, who is a prominent politician in UDA, being shouted down by the common men by wananchi from that area? One, there are two issues here. One is the political rivalry between the governor, that is Wamatangi, and Kimani Ichungwa himself. At some point, Wamatangi kind of complained that Kimani Ichungwa was trying to sabotage him. He was working with the MCAs, and he was saying that the MCAs wanted to impeach him through pressure from Kimani Ichungwa.
Have already been pointed out now by the Auditor General that the counties of Kiambu and Nairobi are leading our country in matters and accountability and misuse of public resources. That must come to an end, and I say that without any fear of contradiction, that we must bring to an end. When we point out those things, we don't point them out because we hate our governor or because we don't want to work with you, governor. We point them out because it is what we are elected to do, to represent the people, both at the national government level and at the county level. Therefore, bear with us. Na mimi nasema hayo sababu huwa nasema mambo vile yalivyo. Wizi ukikita mizizi, iwe ni Kiambu, iwe ni Nairobi, iwe ni kwa serikali kuu, hatutaweza kutekeleza yale mambo ambayo tuliwaahidi wananchi wa Kenya.
And that rivalry has been there from that time up to now. In such cases like where Kimani Ichungwa was, or in Rironi, you'll find that politicians are very crafty. They can even look for wananchi to come and boo you or to shout you down. So either that is what happened, or it's only that Kimani Ichung'wa is not popular in that region. And the other factor that might also have happened is that Kimani Ichung'wa, if he is not popular, it is because he is working with President William Ruto. You know, the wave that has been going around the Mount Kenya region, because Zironi is in Kiambu and Kiambu is in Mount Kenya region. So the wave that has been going around Mount Kenya region is about the one-term agenda. And the one-term agenda is being pushed by the likes of Rigathi Gachagua against President William Ruto's government. But Kimani Ichung'wa has stuck with President William Ruto's government and is one of the prominent leaders within President William Ruto's government. Remember, Kimani Ichung'wa is the majority leader of UDA, which is the governing party. So he's being seen in that region as a betrayer. So somehow he's not being given that opportunity to talk because people do not want to hear from him as they consider him a betrayer. But some of my friends that I've talked to who come from Kikuyu constituency tell me that Kimani Ichung'wa has done a lot of work in his constituency. Give it to him. Even if you don't like him, even if you are not pro his political stance, but give it to him. He has done a lot of work in terms of road network. He's done a lot of roads in Kikuyu constituency. It's only that he's reading from a different script when it comes to political stand. And that is what is affecting him. You know, Kenyans are not very, very forgiving when it comes to what they call as betrayal in terms of political stand. I remember some times back when Raphael Tuju wanted to vie for a parliamentary seat in Rarieda. He'd done a lot of work on matters to do with health. He had like a mobile clinic, several mobile clinics going around Rarieda, providing support to the sick and the less fortunate in that society. He'd also worked on matters education. So it was expected that Tuju was going to get a free ride when it came to the general election. But just because he had already been tagged a betrayer in Luoland, he did not even get 20% of the total registered voters, just because he was being tagged a betrayer. And this is what might also affect Kimani Ichung'wa, even though I don't know if they will vote against him. I think we need to come to a point as people that we look at the performance of an individual when it comes to delivery of services, notwithstanding his political stand. Because political ideologies or political stands do change every day. And politicians and political parties do change. Look at where we came from. We had Jubilee, we had the DP, which was President Kibaki's party. It's no longer very, very active. The people who were in DP party moved to Jubilee, then UDA, UR. So all these politicians do change from one party to another. But the most constant thing that Kenyans need to look at is performance. So at this point, I'm not voting for Kimani Ichung'wa, but I just want to tell Kenyans that we need to look at the performance. If Kimani Ichung'wa is overworking or is doing a lot of work in Kikuyu County, then we need to give him an opportunity to work for the people despite his political stand. Because if he is voted out because of the differences in political stand, then someone comes in who is not pro-development. Then the people of Kikuyu constituency will have lost, in that you can bring in someone who will like mess up with the gains that have been made within that short period. But looking at the results of the last by-election, I can say that whatever optics that are being created on social media sometimes might not work. You might find that maybe when we get to 2027, the people of Kikuyu might just say, okay, this guy has worked, let's do what? Let's give him another chance. Because in central Kenya, I've seen them give second chances to people who have performed in their constituencies. So whatever played out today, let me hope it might not have a political effect in the political future of some of our politicians. But it's politics. Anything can happen. You never know. Maybe Wamatangi and Kimani Ichungwa can still come and work together, because in politics, as they say, there are no permanent friends and enemies. It's only about the interest which remains constant, and the interest here is their political survival. So ladies and gentlemen, that is it from us. If you are new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below so that you can be notified whenever we post a new video. Until next time, bye bye.